Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at something that can prove very useful in survival mode, or you could use it as a backdrop decoration if you want to say add a bit of flavour to your surrounding areas. So these, if you have not seen these already on the workshop page, are called the solar towers, which are fully automated or completely set up solar arrays that will track the sunlight using the custom weapon controller, and they've got gigantic solar panels to make sure you can generate a hell of a lot of power. So the only things you have to do with these is of course attach these onto your base in order to actually make use of the power, or you could use a mod which I have showcased in the past, which are called power cables or power wires, in order to connect this to your base without physically connecting it via blocks. Yes, this is simply a gigantic solar array, it will attract the sunlight. It's very big, it's going to be very expensive to build in survival mode, but if you can get one up and running, it'll last you for a nice long time. It could even be used as a recharge point for ships. Say if you were to attach a connector onto there, you can have them dock up, recharge themselves, then fly away. You can even have these dotted about in your world and actually use it as such, just in case you are using a ship, or maybe even a land vehicle that doesn't really have enough power to do long range travel. So pressing F10 and finding this in the spawn menu, these solar towers are 197 large blocks using the Heavy Industry and Decade Block number 3 DLC packs. We use no scripts, we use no mods, so all of it is now perfectly capable of doing in vanilla Space Engineers. We're going to give this thing a thumbs up. Move around towards while we start on this side right here with all the solar panels. Have a quick look around the outside. I believe we'll just go and blow it up because there's not too much else to talk about with it. So over on this side, which I'm calling the very front, what we got is a bunch of yellow solar panels, about 30 in total, which should give you enough power to get well and truly through survival mode, and we'll get you up to the stage of using reactors, where solar panels become a bit redundant. Going straight up the middle, we then got some blaster edge blocks in lovely light grey colouring, then in the middle of them, we then got some beam blocks, we've got blaster edges on each side, then all the way up to here we can see a camera of how it's going to be tracking the sunlight to make sure you can get maximum amount of power at all times. If we look at it like so, that's what it looks like. So we can see some more dark grey blocks, our beam blocks, our blaster edge blocks, just going along the very middle section there. And it's got a very nice overall design, especially when you view it from a distance, like so. It's almost like a Crusader's mask, could be placed on a giant statue that's visible from space. But well, if you want to build that, that's well on you to do that. Anyway, coming all the way down and past the solar panels, looking at the actual tower itself, this is what we get behind it. So we can see we've got once again our beam blocks come all the way up from these sort of whitish light grey blocks come from the very base of this thing. We then got a rotor at the top there that attaches onto a hinge, which allows it to spin all the way around, lift up and down, maximise the amount of sunlight it gets. And all the way down to the very bottom of this thing, here we go, we then got some more dark grey blocks, this time regular steel blocks, where you can clearly see our custom weapon controller, which is how this whole thing is going to be functioning without any input from you, and without using any scripts. It would twiddle around the bottom here we go. Let's round onto the side, we've got some more of our lovely white steel blocks. Onto the opposite, there's a battery to actually give it a bit of power to get it kick-started. Then moving all the way up this side. There we go. If we look at it from the bottom, here we are. Not too much to talk about here, just a bunch of steel blocks. And of course the back of our solar panels. And I believe that's about it for the solar tower has to offer. So yes, this is a very short and sweet video because I wasn't planning to actually do a showcase on this. What I am planning to do is one on some sandworms, but they're proving to be very shy, not showing when I want them to. So the only thing I can think of left to do with this solar tower is of course to blow it up with some warheads, and I think that'll be that for this video. And there we are, we have completely decimated that poor solar tower, and not much remains. Looking all the way down at the block that did survive, and for some odd reason, some of the warheads have, well, I don't know how they're still alive. They should have exploded, or at least been destroyed by the explosion. They're still one piece, and don't seem to want to blow up. It's very much like the sandworms, which I was supposed to be doing a video on. They just don't want to show, so maybe this save game is a bit shy today. Anyway, that is that for this video. There'll be a link to it in the description below to download it and play around with yourself. Highly recommend you do, because it's a very useful thing to have, and does look very nice if you can attach it onto your base, or even onto a large ship. So thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.